What's up, everybody? Welcome to the History Hyenas. I'm Chris Distefano, a.k.a. Chrissy Goat Dick. With me, Yannis Pappas, Yanni Feta Cheese. Mike Mush is in here coughing. He's got pneumonia. Zach Isis is sick. And Zach's also got a YouTube video that says, watch the FIFA Women's World Cup on Fox and FS1 Live. And the answer is going to be no, because women aren't real athletes.
Yeah, and listen, if you work for NASCAR or you're in car racing, listen, Chrissy Go Dick is available for advertising. He's trying to put an ExxonMobil logo on his dick because his dick is fucking Speed Racer.
Yeah, it's a Speed Racer. And today, let me tell you something. We got a fucking nice episode that I'm really, really, really excited about. We're going to talk about Pearl Harbor when, unfortunately, the fucking Japs got what was coming to him.
Get the button ready. Thank you.
Japs got what was coming to him.
Yeah, we're going to hear a lot of shortened ethnic descriptions. Yeah, that's right. We're doing a character piece.
14. You woke up the fucking boys on December 7th. Yeah, and unfortunately, you got your chopsticks in a bunch.
Yeah, thank you. Look, listen, the Japanese lost that for one reason only.
Yeah, because they sit Indian style like first.
Yeah, I mean, you are coming out of the gate with two pistols and you're just going bang, 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 bang.
Because I'm coming out of the gate like fucking the Japs tried to come out of the gate with us and do a sneak attack on Pearl Harbor and they got beat back.
Yeah, they got beat back.
By myself, I'll take you physically.
That's right.
Yeah, you crumb bums.
Yeah, you crumb bums. You tried it. Russo was down there. And if you don't like it, you go at that wall.
Yeah, now give me the lunch special.
Here's you're mixing it up with Chinese.
Give me the bento box.
Yeah, there you go.
Give me the bento box, you fucking losers.
Yeah, there we go.
Lot 14.
Oh my God! Welcome to listen. Yeah. This is Lot 14. My name is Sean Terry. That's my friend Patty Mulrooney. We do an audio podcast out of my uncle's apartment here in the basement. Yeah, we're in Ridgewood, Queens, also known as Canarsie, also known as wherever the else small-minded meatheads live.
Yeah, that's where we live. But yeah, so fuck it. Oh, you all right?
I got coffee and I got fucking Chinese sauce all over my body. Look at me.
The Chinese in our neighborhood do make a good cup of coffee, though.
They do. They do. That's the best.
And Japanese women will get cracked the fuck open and clean the fuck out. They are a hot fucking piece of Asian ass.
All women will get cracked open and cleaned out because we love everybody.
Yeah.
Except during times of war.
Yeah, the times of war. Unfortunately, let me tell you something. Because of this episode, first of all, my grandfather, I think I've said this on the podcast, he fought in World War II. So
and he had another family somewhere.
He viewed Japan as the enemy to the day he died. He never ate sushi and he never picked up chopsticks because he viewed them as the active enemy.
Well, you know,
late into the 1990s.
Well, you know the old expression, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, and that apple is a big-headed, brick-headed fucking German kid from Ridgewood.
Yeah, that's what it is, cuz.
Yeah, listen, he also had another family somewhere.
No, that was
the other one.
That's my father's. Because history just keeps repeating itself.
Yeah.
Because make no mistake, my mom's dad left the family, and my mom had 4 brothers and sisters, so left my mom, my grandmother, my mother's mother, as a single mom. And then my actual my grandpa, who I called grandpa, came in and took over a family, met a woman who had 5 other kids. And that's just what I do. I met a woman who had another kid, and I said, in order to catch up, I'm going to have to just have a baby with her.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, we just we're products of our environment.
Yeah.
You don't have to be an anthropologist or sociologist to know that Mike Mush, he's the product of San Antonio, Texas. By the way, I will be down there soon if you want to open for me.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, what is it called? Laugh Out Loud?
Yeah.
So
Worst club in America. Go ahead. No, I'm not kidding.
Yeah,
it's a great club.
It's a great club.
It's a great club. I was honestly just kidding, but unfortunately, I'm not going back there.
Do I do a good Mike emoji? It has like a little. Let's hear him. Mike, how you doing?
How you doing?
It's doing pretty good. Yeah.
Where'd you come back from just now, Mike?
San Antonio.
San Antonio. Yeah. It's a little. It's a little wet.
It's a little
wet in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little wet. And we're products of our environment. And
Yeah.
like Zach Isis grew up on the mean streets of fucking Queens.
Yeah, Queens.
Whereas-
Zach's got a cold today. He said I came in, he had on a sweatshirt. It's 900 degrees in here.
Yeah, but he's a rapper. He needs to tough up because he grew up in the mean streets of Queens with a Palestinian father
Yeah.
who used to, make no mistake, discipline whatever kind of white his mom was.
Yeah.
And that kid, he had to learn how to rap. He had to take it out. And
Yeah.
and then 8 Mile. It's going to be a Queens version of 8 Mile called Scrabble Fingers.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I'm just talking to the owner of this establishment, and you know who you are. I just ate food in your studio, and I know that's against rules, but if you want to say something, how about I knock your head clean off and make it into matzo ball soup?
By myself, I'll take this physically.
Yeah,
Because did your head want to be a matzo ball? Then you say something to me. I'll knock it clean off, make it a matzo ball soup. Shalom.
Yeah, you just don't care anymore.
I don't care.
Yeah, if you're at the point now, if somebody has something to say to you, you want them to say it within jab range.
Yeah,
If you're going to say it, just get in jab range.
I'll hit you with a clean left hook, cuz make no mistake, this is 100% true. My mother called me at 10 o'clock this morning. So yesterday...
and said, I can't stand that woman.
Yeah. Happy belated Pride. I know this will come out in a few days, but yesterday, when we filmed today's Monday, July 1st, yesterday was Sunday, and it was World Pride Day, 50th anniversary of National Pride. So shout out all the FFs and TBGs that are fans of ours. Thank you so much for your support, and we support you as well.
Yeah.
But I posted a picture of me wearing a shirt that had one guy getting blown by another guy, and it said finish him. And I posted it, and a lot of people liked it. And my mother called me this morning at 10 o'clock in the morning, and she said, Chris, I really want you to tell me the truth. I'm your mother. I love you. She's like, but are you gay? I swear.
Yeah.
She asked me,
and you said,
serious.
Mom, I don't know.
She said, I said, Mom, it's just a shirt. I was just being funny.
Yeah.
And she said, honey, if you're gay, it's totally okay. We support that. She's like, but please just let me know if you're gay, because she said that coupled with some other things that I've heard you say.
I'm going to need a few more brews.
I just don't know if you're gay or not.
I just need to know how many brews I need to pick up at Pathmark.
Yeah, and I was like, Mom.
Where does she shop again?
ShopRite.
She was basically asking you, should I pick up a 6er or a 24?
Or a 24. And I was like, Mom, listen to me and listen good. I was like, I'm not. By the way, those two guys look like me and you.
Yeah, they
a little
do.
bit. It looks like me and you.
Guys, make no mistake, you're a photogenic, good-looking piece of trash.
Because that's not what I look like in real life.
Because you're a good-looking kid in real life, but you're also extremely photogenic. You're more you better looking in pictures because you're as good-looking in real life, but you got bad skin.
In real life.
You're a snow monkey.
Yeah.
So your skin looks like you've just been windburned by winter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I got pictures of Mayday Chrissy. When it's over 90 degrees, everyone from Asia is not safe, and it's just the way that it is because Chris is in full-blown Mayday mode.
Yeah, I'm in full-blown fucking Mayday mode. I'm Chrissy Blitzkrieg. I'm Chrissy Lou.
Mike Emoji Face better fucking just keep a hand up because he might get popped with a snapping right.
He might get hit for
no reason.
I may punch his head right back over that wall.
It's just my way. Because you had a good time in England, but tell the people how do you want to do that here, or should we save that for the Patreon?
No, let's just do it, cuz make no mistake, if the people who booked me here, then so be it. I'm spinning the wheel. So here's the truth of the situation. If you're owner of that club, and I sent an email that somebody died in a family emergency, none of it's true.
It's just what it is.
It's just what it is.
Can I get to just what it is with different languages, please? Can you post in the Patreon? Remember, do we pay ISIS too much?
Yeah. The truth of the situation is this: I had shows in London at the Soho Theatre Monday and Tuesday. By the way, thank you. So many Hyena fans came out. You guys know who you are. Thank you for. It's so amazing to me and Yannis that we have international fans. So thank you guys so much for coming out to the shows in London. And we will come back as the History Hyenas and do the Soho Theatre next year. I promise you that.
Did you Coco? Well, first tell us what you did, and then I want to know what your Coco situation was overseas.
I told you I Coco'd a girl who I'm not sure if it was a guy or a girl. The lights were off, and she wouldn't take her pants off, and she would only keep the lights on. But I was spinning the wheel, and I was about 4 Amstel lights in, so I was fucking hammered.
Again, I like that you're watching your weight while you do this.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay light beers.
Yeah.
So Monday, Tuesday, Soho Theatre was great. Then Wednesday, I took the train. I had shows at the Stand, Newcastle, and I took the train up there, it's about a 3.5 hour train ride up into northern England where, it's just a different place. Like northern England, it was nice. It was great. The people were great, but it's just, you're really far away from London. And then I felt really far away from New York City.
You're really far away from the baby and you're really far away from Yanni at that point.
Yeah, I'm really...
You need to be close to either Yanni,
or
the baby, or Patty Flatballs.
Or Patty Flatballs.
Yeah.
And I was really, really far away. My phone didn't work unless I had Wi-Fi in the hotel, which was a piece of shit. No, it wasn't a piece of shit. It was actually a beautiful hotel, but it's a small thing. Small little itty-bitty hotel. And James Debo, Lil Debo, was supposed to come out and meet me because he works for JetBlue. He does the bags, but he tells girls he's a pilot, but he does the bags. He was supposed to come. He was supposed to come meet me when Thursday morning. So I was only supposed to have one night alone in Newcastle. So.
Which you would have just sucked it up for. You would have sucked your thumb. You got your ball and just sucked it up.
No. I did Wednesday night. I did what I always do. I slept in the hotel bed with all the lights on and the TV on.
Yeah.
And I have the water running, so I have a sound. I had the water running in the bathroom.
Yeah.
So there's always a sound to something. And then I put on music and I fell asleep. And I woke up. I popped out of bed every 2 hours with my heart racing. And then once the sun
like this
came,
with your fingers.
Yeah, went like that with my fingers. And then once the sun came up, I knew I was good to go. But unfortunately, when the sun came up, there was a text from Debo saying, "Listen, I just thought that I could go to any airline and say that I work here at JFK for JetBlue and they would let me on a flight, but that's not how it works." He said, so I couldn't get standby on any flights, so unfortunately I can't come. He said, because JetBlue doesn't go
international.
He goes, JetBlue is only going to start flying to London in 2020. You think you'll still be there? And I was... and I was like, I swear. And I was like, nah, man. So then then the idea started to creep in, started to slowly creep in that I should probably leave.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, I don't know where that idea came from, but it came from a place that, look, I understand you were across the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah.
And you didn't feel safe.
I didn't feel safe.
You don't feel protected by Jesus because Jesus put the Atlantic Ocean there to keep us safe.
To keep us safe. Jesus put the Atlantic Ocean there between America and its enemies there for a reason. And also I was outside of the borders of the wall, so I can't be protected by the wall if I'm over it.
Yeah.
So
it's White Walkers everywhere.
There's White Walkers everywhere, and they really don't like Americans over there.
Yeah.
And one of the comics was mouthing off about America, and I was like, you're about to lose your head?
Yeah.
You're about to lose your fucking
head. Was
he
within range or was he a little out?
I'm going to stuff a couple of American hot dogs in there. One of them's going to be my dick.
Yeah.
So you just, So
treat the uvula like a speed bag.
I'll treat the uvula like a speed bag. I don't care.
Yeah.
So.
And say in it while you're doing it.
In it. So so that was Thursday. I started to creep the idea, and then I was going for a run, and then I'm sure my mind created it.
Wait, was that before or after you told the Ritz Carlton staff that you were a baseball player?
Okay, so Monday and Tuesday, what happened, real quick, just backtrack, and I stayed at the Ritz Carlton in London for about $1,000 a night.
So you were basically losing money on this trip.
I was losing money hand over fist.
But you were spinning the wheel.
I was spinning.
Thank you, Zach.
Yeah, so I was spinning the wheel, and then so I got into the Ritz Carlton, and they invented class and fashion in London, and the Ritz Carlton is like the original Ritz is London. So everybody's in suits, $1,000 suits, Ted Baker suits, whatever it may be. Hugo Boss, shout out Adolf. So all of them were in suits, and I came in Lululemon sweats, an overthrow boxing sweatshirt, and a yogurt from Pret a Manger. And
you were in a walking American flag.
I was a walking American flag. So I came in, and they couldn't believe that I was a guest there. Yeah. Like the guy kept checking me in. He was like, first of all, I gave him my license. He's like, oh, we can't find your name. Yeah. And I was like, no, it's there. I booked, and then I pulled up the confirmation, and then he put it in, and he goes, it's not popping up. I was like, it's right here.
Yeah.
And then he finally, the third time, and then he's like, oh, here it is. Like he was trying to, on purpose, be like, get out. And I could see security kind of looking at me and kind of just being in the area because they want you out. They wanted me out. And then he was like, what brings you into town? And I was like, I'm on the Yankees.
Why
I play for the New York Yankees.
Spin the wheel.
And he was like, oh, for the baseball game that's coming this weekend. I was like, I'm a relief pitcher.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, okay, right here. And then they gave me into the room. They gave me the room, and then I stayed. I ordered room service. I would say I spent about $3,000 in 2 days there.
Yeah, spin the wheel.
I spun the wheel, and 3,000 pounds. So we're looking about 4,500 American.
Yeah, welcome to a new game show called Chrissy D Spins the Wheel. Is he going to win money, lose money, get gonorrhea? We don't know.
We don't know. So I spun the wheel, and that was Monday night at the Ritz Carlton. Then Tuesday night I got the blowjob from the he, she, or I don't know what it was.
You were spinning the wheel, cuz.
I was spinning the wheel. I was having a good time.
Was it a good blowy?
It was a little toothy.
It was a little toothy.
was
Okay,
a
it's
little toothy
probably a
and
girl there, because make no mistake, if it was a guy, they probably know how to do it better.
Well, they had pretty big hands too.
Yeah, okay.
So, yeah. So I do that. And then
Was there any hair on the knuckles?
no, but
It was dark in there.
no, but
Was there an Adam's apple?
I thought I felt testicles.
You thought so?
She wouldn't take her pants off.
Where'd you meet her?
C'est juste ce que c'est.
Thank you. Where'd you meet her?
At the show.
Okay, she's at the show. Was she a fan? Because
I
hopefully
think she's listening right now.
I hope. What is wrong with you, cuz?
I mean,
you didn't tell me she was a fan before we started talking about this. Do we need to cackle this all out?
it's what it is.
Do we need to cackle here?
I'm not mentioning any names.
No, I know, but we're calling her maybe a guy.
Yeah, but
We're joking.
We're
Yeah, we're
joking.
doing a character piece.
We're doing a character piece.
La Fontaine.
yeah. So anyway, so in Newcastle,
Plus, they got a different legal system.
they got a different legal system.
Yeah.
Thursday, I go out for a jog in Newcastle, which is beautiful, by the way. I went on a nice tour, and I saw the ancient city of Durham, which is good. I hired a local tour guide, and then I told him, and then I took a picture of him, and I said it's for my podcast, and then I just told my fans I met him on Grindr.
Yeah, it's just what it is.
It's just what it is. It's just what happens. If he said he was going to follow me on Instagram, so now he knows.
Yeah, follow us on Instagram because you posted it there too, at History Hyenas.
At History Hyenas, and also patreon.com/Bay Ridge Boys. So Thursday, what happens is I go out for a jog, and I start to feel like really kind of sharp pains in my lower stomach. And I know it was probably nothing, but I convinced myself
Stomach cancer.
Well, no, that my appendix was about to burst, and I needed to get home to freedom.
Yeah.
I needed to get within the wall so I have the best health care on this fucking planet.
Yeah.
Even though it ain't free.
Yeah.
So
You
because
wanted an Eastern Hemi or a South Asian doctor immediately.
Immediately. So what I do, I start to have the idea of, you know what? I got to leave. So we're having a conversation. All the comics are talking Thursday night at the show about plans that we're going to have Friday, plans we're going to have Saturday. And I'm like, yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be great. I'm going to go. We're going to meet for coffee. I'm going to go. Saturday, we're supposed to go to some beach town. I was like, I never seen the Atlantic Ocean from the English side. I'm excited, blah, 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 blah. And then I went back to my room. They were like, oh, we're going to hang out. I was like, you know what? I'm going to just turn in because we got a big day tomorrow. It's going to be exciting. And then I go into my room.
Now, wait a second. This whole time you know that you're just lying to them because you're not going to show up.
Yeah, I've already booked a train ticket back to London. So it's already been booked and it's on my phone.
So you've done that, and the rest of it you're just winging it. You're like, I'm gonna cross the bridges as they come and figure out how I'm gonna do damage control.
Yeah, and I'm just lying. I'm lying.
Yeah.
So
and you're admitting it, and this is why you're Chrissy. There's just the light's broken. We need the city to come fix it.
Yeah. So
this is an intersection. It needs a red light.
It needs a red light. Can't have one. So what happens is I just say to myself, all right, I'm gonna leave. So it's about 12 o'clock. My train back to London is at 6 a.m. So I just stayed awake. I literally sat. I was fully dressed, sitting at the edge of my bed, watching Friends reruns on their local TV channel, ITV4. And I waited till it was 5:50, and I was just up watching TV because I was so excited to come home. And then I started walking to the train station, got on the train at 6:05, got into London, King's Cross Station at 9:30, and then I just got in a $150 Uber. I just got a $150 Uber because I should have taken the train, but I just wanted to fucking get to the airport. So, and it was an hour and a half of traffic. So I got to the airport, and I didn't have a flight, and I just walked up to the desk at Virgin Atlantic. I said, look, I got a business class ticket. Thank you, Mountain Dew. I said, I want to get on the next flight back to JFK. I don't care if I have to sit coach middle seat. Just get me back there.
Yeah.
And then they said, well, you're in luck because there's a business class ticket available for the 12 o'clock flight. So I said, I'll take it. So I get on the flight, and then I realized we're in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. I realized I forgot to email the club, and I forgot to text the comic that I wasn't going to make any of the plans that I said. So I sent I sent an email and a text from the middle of the Atlantic Ocean telling the club I had a family emergency, that somebody died, and telling the comic friend that I also had a family emergency, and it was a pleasure to meet them. And I really am upset that I had to leave because I was looking forward to the next 2 days.
And this was just.
And I also had Yankees Red Sox tickets that I spent £250 a ticket on that I just left. So I lost about 5,000 pounds.
So let's just figure out. First of all, I got 2 questions.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a lot to digest before we get to Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, before we get to those fucking sneaky.
Yeah. Well, look, a character piece.
Yeah, it's.
Not 14.
Yeah, thank you. We got a lot to digest here. First off, I want to ask you. By the way, if you want to hear more about Chrissy's trip, go to our patreon.com/Bay Ridge Boys for our last walk and talk.
Yeah.
Again, the walk and talks are just starting to get a little wild.
Yeah,
because
so
we're moving.
Yeah.
We're starting to get unaware that we're on air and we're just talking.
Yeah, and also that, and also just real quick, I met the Chainsmokers, and one of my very close friends' wives banged one of them out.
What?
One of my very close friends' wives banged one of the Chainsmokers out, and
Who's
I met
the Chainsmokers?
The Chainsmokers is a big band, and music group, and I asked one of them if they knew this certain woman, and they said yeah, and then giggled. So I'm sorry to my friend.
Es ist genau das, was es ist.
Okay, now what are we doing here? This you're making my question even more intriguing because what is the point to tell all these people these things if 2 days later you're just gonna, on your very popular podcast, just tell everybody what you did?
Because the truth of the situation is, if anybody's got anything to say, they'll get a clean left hook.
You know what the truth of the situation is?
Yeah.
Because this is a party. We're at Chrissy D's party.
Yeah.
You invite everyone over to your party.
Yeah.
But you know there's one thing that showed up late.
My brain.
Your brain's not there yet.
Yeah, Mike Mush is on Muffin Watch.
Yeah. Your heart is there. Your heart is there. We're all there. But your brain is just running late. It's caught in traffic.
Yeah.
So what happens is we're all dancing at the party, and then your brain shows up and goes, uh-oh.
Yeah.
I got to make some damage control calls.
Yeah. So, but it's what it is.
Yeah.
So that was
So
my
you spun the wheel, you hooked up with a guy, and you left early. Big deal.
Big deal. Seriously,
Big deal.
Big deal.
Big whoop.
Yeah, and I only ate pizza. I pretty much ate pizza for every single meal because I just wanted to I needed to feel American. I don't like leaving America anymore,
Yeah.
and I don't think I'm going to do it anymore.
You know? Yeah, it's just you can't be too.
If I'm not with the baby,
Yeah.
I don't want to leave America. I'll only leave America with the baby.
Because is there a way you could get like a backpack where you could just put the baby in? You want to just take the baby from the situation?
Yeah, I just want to take the baby from the situation.
Yeah, and we just take the baby, put her in a bag.
I met the situation's new boyfriend today, and it was and he's a nice guy. He had bedhead, so he was banging out kid's mom.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I mean,
we
he's
should
a nice
tackle that. Yeah, he's a nice kid.
Yeah, he's a nice kid, and you're happy. You know,
I'm happy.
Yeah.
No, truly. I look at everything.
You're happy
from the,
she's happy, yeah.
I'm happy she's happy because everything in my life now is looking at my life from the point of view of the baby.
Yeah.
So if the baby's mother's happy,
Yeah.
because of the baby's mother's new boyfriend, then
Yeah.
that makes the baby happy.
Yeah.
Then that's all I care about.
Listen.
If the baby's got optimal happiness, whatever that takes, because my baby's I got a happy baby.
I swear to God, pretty soon all 3 of you are just going to be sitting on the curb at the bottom of that block.
Yeah.
You know, and you're just going to be just sitting there on the curb, just sharing a Gatorade.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Picking up each other's kids. So
Yeah.
it's just what it is.
It's just what it is. Yeah. In about a year, my daughter will have a new sibling, and it'll be nice.
Yeah, so that's be nice. So it's just what it is. We're gonna move out of this territory and get back into just mellower, shallower waters.
What do you want to talk about?
I just want to swim back into the shallow end of this pool.
Okay.
And get back into the history part of the Hyenas because we've gone full blown. I mean, we may just have to spray cackles all over that first part of the episode.
Yeah. I went wild. No?
I mean, yeah, we got to get like a cackle whiteout and just go back and just yeah. I mean, did somebody give you truth serums?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but yeah, I'll probably.
It's good to have you back in the USA, though.
Yeah, no, I think that's what happened. I think going to England was nice, and I'm happy I went, but I'm just, I'm just good not leaving the U.S. for a while now.
Yeah, or if you do leave the U.S., we talked about that. I think you need to bring a little bit of New York with you, whether it be the baby, Debo, Patty Fly Balls,
I didn't feel
me.
this way in Germany because you were right there in the bed next to me.
Yeah, you were good. Yeah, because you knew I was close.
Yeah, remember when Patty Fly Balls came into the room drunk? And remember that day he came
in the morning? Yeah, and he was doing that. Yeah, you kids from Ridgewood, you bury a lot of emotions, and then you just do this with your wrist.
Yeah, just flick the wrist. Yeah, and that's the way to get it out.
Yeah. What does he call those? What are those? The heebie-jeebies? What do you?
Yeah, he's got the scaries.
He calls them the scaries. So he just has a panic attack.
Like, I got the scaries because he.
Well, the scaries just could be his body going, we're about to shut down because we're alcohol poisoned.
Yeah, 50 to 60 beers.
Yeah, I mean, you're bleeding out of your ears. This isn't an anxiety attack. You could die.
You could die. Yeah, and Patty thankfully did get his shipment of Blue Chew, so he's rock hard for summer.
He is rock hard for the summer, which is good, and it's good for America. It's good for us all.
Yeah, it's good for us all. He was at the gay parade, the Pride parade for 19 hours yesterday doing overtime.
Yeah.
And he was sending me videos.
They
was
love.
Funny.
Does anything more than firefighter loves or a cop loves than overtime?
They love overtime.
Yeah.
He texted us the hours. He said I got paid from 0900 to 0200.
Yeah.
He sent it to the group chat as if we care.
They do military time?
They do. Yeah. He does military time, and he doesn't say lunch. He says meal. He says I got meal time.
Yeah. Make no mistake, Sergio. I hope you guys enjoyed our last episode. The fans missed you very much. They always miss you very much when you go away.
Why, Sergio? He was. I heard
Sergio
he was good,
great.
Yeah.
Sergio was great. He was great off the bench. Sergio, he's our honorary. He's our honorary Bay Ridge boy now.
Yeah.
And but he did tell us on the last cast that
you got to turn your ringer off.
I know. When you guys go on the road.
Yeah.
First of all, we were joking about how organized you are and how disorganized I am. I basically make Sergio tell me where I need to be.
Yeah.
Because I just don't know. I'm just winging it. But then we discovered that you on purpose get one room because you want to sleep in the same room with Sergio.
It's what it is.
He said Chris will get another room. He'll get another room to bang someone out and then come back to sleep with me in the room.
Yeah.
I mean, because you don't like sleeping alone.
Am I a wild kid?
You are a wild kid. Listen, there's fans listening right now. We haven't got to Pearl Harbor yet, but there's good reason. What I'm telling you is the absolute truth. I'm not exaggerating for comedic effect. There's no hyperbole in this whatsoever. He gets another room. So there is a vacant hotel room for another adult, and he will vacate that hotel room to go back and say goodnight to Sergio and sleep, and so he can be close to somebody.
Yeah.
And that's just the truth, right?
It's just the truth. It's just es lo que es lo.
And Sergio just says, I just think he doesn't like sleeping alone, and that's just what it is.
It's just what it is.
You feel happier just knowing he's there?
Yeah, I just feel happier just waking up and just seeing, another guy from New York right there. Yeah, it's like a bunkmate.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not a kid who does good alone unless you're alone in New York City.
Yeah, like last night, my daughter wanted to go sleep in her bed, and I was like, no, babe, there's monsters in there. You got to sleep in my bed.
Yeah, you don't like being alone in the room.
It's just what it is. Cuz Mike, every time he laughs, there's a little cough, and I'm a little worried.
He actually looks real good, Mike, with the beard.
Whooping cough again? Yeah, you look good with the beard.
Cuz, do you have any Eastern Hemi in you at all?
No, I don't at all.
He looks like a little Mongolian, yeah.
Well, because I guess Mexicans originally, the native people of the Americas, they marched over the Bering Strait, and so they were originally Asiatic.
Right.
So that's where a little bit of the Asiatic comes from. You got a little Eastern Hemi in there way back, just like he's got a real snow monkey background. I mean, we're talking about tribal Germanic snow monkey.
Yeah, like a real snow monkey.
Yeah, like a real one. So, anyway, it's good to have you back, Chrissy. And we are brought to you, as always, by 9th Street Auto Collision. Guys, they're out there on the island. If you're in Huntington, I mean, give the guys a call. They'll crack open your car and clean them out. 631-351-5300 out there on West Hills Road. These guys will do anything. They work with all types of insurance and towing, too, so give them a fucking call. Then we got CBD Script, CBDscript.com, okay? They got edibles, they got gummies. It is CBD oil. Their fucking CBD oil's got no fumes. Go to their website, CBD Script, promo code Hyenas15 to get 15% off your total order. Okay? Then we got our good friend, Vidura Rajpaska. He's a Sri Lankan comic in Berlin. The Anything Goes podcast. Check it out. And livefromthesandbox.com is his website, which makes me laugh every time. Go there for all his dates and everything, livefromthesandbox.com, and listen to that podcast. Brought to you, as always, by our favorite. I'm sorry, it'll always be our favorite because it's our inaugural sponsor, a happy, healthy, Fuck. A healthyhappysmile.com. If it's afraid of it, I should know healthy comes before happy. A healthyhappysmile.com. Family and cosmetic dentistry at Healthy Smile Rock Hill on Instagram. You know who it is. Dr. Harvey Spencer Jr. To go get your teeth cracked open and cleaned out. Give him a buzz. Tell him the Hyenas sent you down there in Rock Hill, South Carolina. And Nutrition Made Fun. Matt Koch. Go to his Instagram. Kid doesn't even have a fucking website yet because he's that wild.
Come on.
All right, but this kid likes giving you tips on his Instagram. Sign up for his list. Enrollment opens July 15th. Nutrition Made Fun on the gram. Check him out. Boom, that's it. And Lakeside Maple, they specialize in trail mix. So go get that trail mix that's baked with pure maple syrup. They got 3 flavors, ginger, chai, and spicy. Go buy this motherfucker's trail mix. I already bought it. I'm throwing that shit in my yogurt. I'm eating that shit as a snack. All right, go to his website, lakesidemaple.com. Promo code WILD at checkout for 15% off your order. We love all our sponsors. You guys are sentimental to us because we're too big for you and you're lucky.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Because we're dealing with Pearl Harbor today. It's a patriotic. We're close to July 4th.
Yeah.
We're going to Verzi's house. We're going to get banged up. You're bringing the baby.
No, the baby's not coming because the baby's hanging out with the baby's mother's boyfriend.
Yeah, it's just what it is.
It's just what it is, so it's just got to deal with that.
But so that means you're gonna have a couple pops on the 4th.
I'm gonna have a couple.
Are you gonna get a little emotional?
I might get a little emotional, and unfortunately, depending on the kind of mood I'm in and how hot it is, and especially with a couple of pops in me, if somebody says something to me and it did, just,
and they're in range,
and they're in range, they may just get a left hook and lose their head.
Yeah, look, I gotta have a little advice for anyone right now dealing with Chrissy. Okay, he's got a situation with something. So what you want to do is you want to stay at what's your reach?
I don't know, but
I got long arms.
Yeah,
he got long arms. He's got a good jab. It comes kind of slowish, but the snap and right's quick.
Yeah.
That's the shooting hand.
Yeah.
That's the right.
And that comes quick.
The right comes snapping
and even
quick.
Sergio said today, it's starting to really hit now.
It's starting to sting a little bit too because he's starting to put on a little muscle and he's back on which he's taking testosterone. It's just what it is.
Yeah. It's just what it is. Yeah.
So if you're gonna say something to Chrissy, you want to stay out of range.
Yeah.
If you're gonna say it, make sure you're a little far back so you can see him coming because if you're within jab range, you're gonna get popped.
You're gonna get popped,
and your pants are gonna fall down.
Pants are gonna fall down, and I'm starting to get real fucking like nuts with everything now. My life's starting to get nuts. I may start bug chasing. Do you know what that is? Fucking guys in the ass who have HIV and seeing what happens.
Are those guys the original spinning of the wheel?
That's the original spin.
Can we just call those guys Pat Sajaks?
Those are Pat Sajaks. They're spinning the wheels when they take crystal meth and then fucking chase the bugs. You're wild.
Yeah, that is
you
a wild
fuck a guy in the ass, raw DZ, and you know he has HIV, and you just spin the wheel. You see what happens.
Yeah, why do they do that? It's just an adrenaline rush,
You're
right?
on crystal meth. You just go fucking nuts.
Because it's an adrenaline rush, the danger of it.
Yeah, it's an adrenaline rush.
Is it a little appealing to you when you think about if you were a gay guy, you think you'd be a bug chaser?
I probably would be a bug chaser. Most likely I'd be a bug chaser. I think if I was a gay man, I'd 100% have active HIV.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way around that because I go raw DZ.
Yeah, that's what you do, right?
It's just what it is.
Yeah, you go outside without a raincoat.
Yeah, that's what it is. I like to get wet.
Yeah. So
Pearl Harbor, it happened December 7th, 1941, when the U.S., the United States, who were neutral during World War II, we got attacked by these flying Eastern Hemi monkeys, and they.
Wei Zhongzhan.
No, that's gonna actually need I think we might need a cackle there. Yeah, we just might need a cackle.
Yeah, these fucking flaming chopsticks came in.
Wei Zhongzhan.
We may need a cackle. Do you think we need a cackle?
What do you think we need a cackle?
I think the last one's okay.
The last one's okay, but the forward,
but the first one,
yeah, we're just gonna need a cackle.
Es justo lo que es.
Yeah, I mean, you're just a tightrope walker, and sometimes there's a gust of wind that just blows you over off.
Yeah. So so these lemon suckers came in, and
we need a cackle.
Wei
there, too.
Zhongzhan.
Yeah, we need cackles
All right,
everywhere.
that's
This is just cackles. Just cackle here, Zach. Can you make a note?
I mean, we're talking about wartime.
I know, but you're going straight. I mean, you're going straight in.
Yeah,
you're going straight in.
Went straight in, and now fucking fuck them.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So it happened.
Do you think we beat the Japanese just because? I mean, we're just bigger kids because we eat more protein. Raw fish can only give you so much protein.
Yeah.
You got
we're big kids.
We eat cows.
Yeah, we're big kids. So they want to fly their little fucking planes in there that fit their little bodies, but they're too little. So what happened is we came in with the big boys. It's like, you sunk a couple of our battleships.
Yeah.
But then we had to drop the fucking hammer on you. Unfortunately, you had to get nuked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not 14.
This is all a character
It's what
piece.
it is. It's like, you know what, guy? You want to fucking... Here's the thing. Listen, Imperial 1941 Japan, here's the thing.
If you're hearing it and it's not cackled.
If you're hearing it, here's the issue. Here's the issue. Here's what happened. Here's what we said. We said, okay, yeah, you know what? Yeah, you sunk a few of our battleships, but guess what? Now your whole country's going in the microwave.
Es justo lo que es.
You know, I had a feeling that this might be dangerous. First episode back with you in the States, this close to 4th of July. I had a feeling that maybe Pearl Harbor was a little bit too much of a dangerous topic. Yeah, because I don't know if you just heard it, if you did, because we're just spinning the wheel with whatever ISIS wants to cackle. Because at this point, we're going Donald Trump. There's just too much.
Yeah.
We can't cackle the whole episode, Chrissy.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we're doing a character piece.
We're doing a cackle.
La Fontaine.
Well, we should cackle out the first part, but do we got to lose the last thing?
I don't know. I don't know anymore.
I mean, it's just
I think that one was okay.
Okay, yeah, but we'll lose the first
It's
part.
historically accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just,
Yeah.
unfortunately, we had to, turn your country to a couple of hot pockets, but
Look, it's
just what it was.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
It's a bad thing that happened to everybody.
No, it's fucked up.
horrible that civilians had to suffer.
It is absolutely
Yeah.
horrible that civilians had to suffer there.
But you did, truth
but
be
you
told,
know-
you did wake up the boys.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what you're really thinking.
Yeah, look, there's a lot of conspiracy theorists out there that say, blah, blah, blah. Listen, the truth of the situation is they woke up the boys. It was a preemptive attack.
Yeah.
They didn't declare war on us.
Yeah.
A couple of thousand boys died.
It was brutal.
They sunk some battleships, but most of them we repaired and got them right back up, and they were in action. The only one we lost was Arizona. And listen, we don't care about him because John McCain was a senator from Arizona, and he was mean to our Führer, Donald Trump.
Yeah. No, obviously we're just joking.
Can I get a Wei Zhongxing? That was a complete Wei Zhongxing joke.
Yeah, we're just joking.
That was
around.
a character piece called I'm Chrissy D.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I do not support Donald Trump.
Yeah, neither do I.
I don't support anybody.
Yeah, no, me neither.
Me neither.
Trump 2020.
Wei Zhongxin.
Yeah.
But yeah, so World War II had been going on already for a couple of years in Europe and Asia, and so I think what the thinking is that Japan wanted to take over more territory.
Yeah.
So I think in order to do that, they felt like, because they were getting closer and closer to Hawaii, they felt like, you know what, we don't want to get too close, and then the U.S. decides they want to, they don't like what we're doing because they're basically fucking, Japan was brutal. I mean, Germany gets all the press, but Japan was being brutal, and there was a lot of war crimes, rape of Nanking, and they were really being like atrocious. There was like a lot of atrocities that were committed by the country of Japan during World War II times. So I think that they felt that, you know what, before the U.S. finds out what we're doing and wants to get involved and has the whole weight of their Navy and Army at us, let's try to knock them out of the war before they can even begin. Yeah, well, and that was a big mistake.
Well, we had sanctions on them. We had sanctions, but we, in some ways, the tension had been high for a while, and the British had some outposts there. Guam, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
In Pearl Harbor? In Japan.
In the Eastern Hemisphere.
Yeah, in the Eastern Hemisphere.
In the Eastern Hemisphere, the British had some outposts.
Yeah.
So they thought they wanted those outposts. They thought we were going to defend those outposts. We were trying to negotiate. Yeah. We wanted them out of China. They were already in China. We were trying to do these conditional surrenders. They kept trying to negotiate. And basically, Roosevelt at the time said, we don't negotiate with terrorists. Yeah. And that's just what happened. That's just the way you can really sum it up, is they were trying to negotiate. Japan wanted certain things, and Roosevelt just said, no, we want a full withdrawal of China. We don't negotiate with terrorists, and it's what it is. We may or may not attack you. It's what it is.
They wanted Japan out of China.
They wanted Japan 100% out of China.
And Japan said, no, I cannot do it.
Sorry, Ali Wong.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we kept trying to negotiate, and actually I think the last negotiation they tried to do actually happened while their aircraft carriers had already left to go into the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah, and the leader
to attack us.
Yeah, and the guy whose idea was Hideki Matsui. No, not Hideki Matsui. That guy played for the Yankees. This guy
Yamamoto was the
Isoroku Yamamoto. Sounds like a cell phone. Yeah. Yeah. So
Sorry. We know we're radio
We're just
DJs in the
kidding.
morning. We get it.
We get it.
Yeah. You're
Yeah.
right. Your criticism's right.
Yeah.
We're a couple fucking hacks.
Yeah, Isuruku Yamamoto.
Ichiro. His name's Ichiro.
His name's Ichiro. Yeah, his name. He sounds like one of my stereos.
Suzuki.
So yeah, Suzuki. He didn't want to go to war. He did not want to go to war with the U.S. because he knew that the full industrial might and will of the Americans, because he knew that basically the Americans were better. He knew that the Americans. They weren't going to beat us because we had all the fucking industry in America. We had the war machine. We just were choosing to stay neutral. So he actually really didn't want to do it. But however,
we also had rock and roll, which kept us loose.
It kept us very loose.
Yeah. When we get on the battlefield and you're listening to a little Chuck Berry, keeps you loose.
Even though he's pissing on toots.
Yeah, they're listening to where we're sitting there. Yeah, we're ready to rock.
Fucking ready to rock. But the military leaders of Japan decided, you know what, we're going to fucking war. They took a couple of bows and they said, we're going to war. Yeah. So Yamamoto, he didn't want to do this, but he had no choice. So he had to go to the war, and he was given the unfortunate task of attacking Pearl Harbor. And he said that he knew, even though the damage, they destroyed Pearl Harbor. They got a decisive victory in Pearl Harbor. They sunk battleships. They killed 2,000 U.S. troops and civilians.
But they did wake up the boys.
The thing is, they woke up the boys. But he said later on, a couple of months later, that it was a big mistake, because then in the Battle of Midway, which he was also present at, make no mistake, the Japanese got fucking field goal kicked.
Yeah, and then Hiroshima and Nagasaki, which historians say wasn't necessary. A lot of historians claim it wasn't necessary because they felt like the war was already won, Japan was going to capitulate, but that we did it in order to scare Stalin, because we knew that the Cold War with Stalin was coming.
It's probably true.
Be true.
No, that's an atrocious thing that happened all around that we did too.
But on the flip side, you say, hey, at least the world got to see how bad it can be if you drop one.
And hopefully it never happens again.
So it's like one of those things. It's like that Saving Private Ryan thing. A horrible thing happened, but it's for a bigger cause. It's like you can't make omelets without breaking eggs. Maybe that's the silver lining of it. I'm not claiming that is.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people suffered and it was very horrible.
Yeah, people are still suffering in Japan to this day, so it's brutal.
Yeah, with radiation and all that. But you can say at least maybe that's the silver lining for such a horrible thing.
If there is any, that's what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe we probably didn't need to do it. But, war is war, and it's brutal all around.
And you did attack us first.
Yeah.
So you did do what you did.
Yeah.
それがまさにそれです。
Yes, exactly. The Imperial Japanese
you
Navy
attacked us and they said,
made a
it's
big
lunch.
mistake.
Yeah, it said, it's lunchtime. Time to heat up my sushi.
Wei Zhongzhan.
Yeah, World War II had already been raging, for a couple years at this point. So it sets the stage. Japan at that time was they were going into Asia. They were, into China. They were in Hong Kong. They were getting in places where the Brits had hegemony, and it was making everyone a little uncomfortable because the Japs were a war machine, just like the Germans.
Yeah, no, the Japan for a small island. They took over all of China, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And they did horrible things.
Horrible things.
Okay, Ali.
Yeah, and
so if I do a Japanese accent, it's okay.
And it's an even bigger credit to the Japanese army to take over an entire country of China, because you don't know who's who.
微上吸引
それがまさにそれです。
Puerto Rico taking over Mexico.
Yeah.
它就是它的本质。
That would hit me late. I was doing something else.
Yeah, so you got to be really efficient.
微双实验。
It's
Chrissy, I didn't even think of that.
tough to tell who the enemy is.
How do you think they did that?
I don't know. They're just really good soldiers, and they could just, I don't know, maybe they smell different.
微上吸引
By the way, our next guest, we got great guests coming up. We got Aparna Nanjiani will be here.
Yeah,
There's a lot of comics who want to be on this podcast, who love what we do.
Yeah. What's his face is coming on? Sean King.
Kamuchi. Yeah, we're gonna get Sean King. We're gonna get
Ajab Patel, the guy from The Truth from Apu.
Yeah.
We're gonna get that kid on. We're gonna get what's his name? Hadura Kazbasi. Yeah. We're gonna get fucking Tim the Turban on.
I mean, Chris is going wild today.
Yeah,
Tim the Toot, you meant.
Tim the Toot.
He's a Patreon member.
I'd say, yeah, Tim the Toot.
Tim the Toot.
Yeah.
Tim the Toot is who we're going to get on,
Yeah, we're going to get a fucking Sandy 7-Eleven's on.
Yeah, and also Wei Zhongjing.
Not forte. Wei
It's a
Song
character piece both yet.
Yeah,
you know, with the
we
Japanese...
have to cackle a lot.
Yeah,
we actually really have to.
We may have to just comb through this one like we're looking for lights on a child.
Yeah, so Zach, if you could just, because I still haven't gotten some of the money I need.
Yeah.
Some of the corporate checks I haven't cleared.
So the Japanese referred to Pearl Harbor as the Hawaii operation or Operation AI, like Allen Iverson.
Yeah.
So somehow they called it Allen Iverson, which is funny because they ended up loving Marbury, not Iverson. 'Cause
Interesting.
Marbury became a huge star over in China. Yeah.
But are we talking about Japan or China?
I mean, if
It's a coin
if they're
flip.
standing across the street, I mean, you tell me.
Yeah.
So it's just
Wei
what it is.
Zhongzhan.
Because you brought up a good point about what they did over there. You think the Chinese killed a lot of their own guys by
I
accident?
think it was just an accident.
I mean, we're going fucking wild. We are going wild today.
Yeah.
But we're having a good time because I think you missed the weekend. You're pent up.
I'm pent up, and I apologize. Obviously, I love everybody. Patreon.com/BayRidgeBoys. Happy Pride. I love everybody. We're just joking around with your character piece, Live 14.
Yeah, so in Southeast Asia, you know, like the Japanese, at the same time, a lot of people don't know this, at the same time that they attacked Pearl Harbor, they had simultaneous attacks on the U.S.-held Philippines, Guam, like I mentioned, Wake Island, in Malaysia, Singapore, and Hong Kong.
Right,
so they were attacking everywhere. They were attacking all, like, the British Empire strongholds. And they were letting people know, hey, look, we're here now.
Right.
We're a machine. We have an emperor, and we fight for the emperor. And, you know, they're kamikaze pilots. Those guys go up there to die.
Yeah.
How do you beat those guys? How do you beat those guys? How do you beat suicide bombers? How do you beat fucking kamikaze pilots? It's not with wokeness.
What's it with?
It's with good old red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
Freedom. Yeah.
That's how you beat them.
And a little and some bombing.
Yeah, and some bombing. Yeah, you don't beat them by saying like, "Oh, let's all love each other. Let's, it's utopian society." What you do is you say, "Guys, step into this room," and then you put 1 minute on the microwave.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that. So, the Japanese launched out 6 fucking aircraft. You know what I always think about I never think about how modern warfare happens. Like, you have to mobilize.
Yes.
Like, that's why the Battle of Crete, which is one of our favorite episodes and the fans' favorite episodes, you got to get these strategic locations to mobilize your attack.
Yes.
You can't attack Pearl Harbor from Japan.
No.
You got to set up you got to drive out with your aircraft carriers with a lot of fuel, need a lot of oil.
Yeah,
like
food, everything.
Yeah, we did that episode on the fucking Swedish cities that were important to the Reich because they wanted to get their iron ore from there.
Yes.
You need these raw materials that fuel your war machine because they drove 6 aircraft carriers out into the Pacific and launched their attack from there.
Yeah.
It wasn't, usually you think, oh yeah, nobody even thinks about how did the Japanese do it? There's a whole logistics that goes to actually attacking.
Sure.
And you have to do that right.
And they were and they were at a distance where like the US couldn't even retaliate and get out to bomb the aircraft carriers. They're in the middle of the ocean, just taking off.
Yeah, middle of the ocean. So the Japanese sank or damaged 3 American cruisers, 3 destroyers, and 1 mine layer. I don't know what that is. You're from San Antonio, so do you know there's bases down there? I just feel like all other cities have troops walking around.
So it's it's landlocked, so they don't have the boats.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Do you know what that is? A mine layer?
Mine layer, it's sea mines. Those,
Yeah,
the big
they
round
put the
ones.
like those mines, like if a ship hits one, it fucking blows up the ship.
Oh,
yeah. So that's like a thing, and then the mine layers. I guess their job is to obviously put the mine down and then know exactly where it is, so the U.S. ships avoid it.
right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They still find like mines out in the ocean or wash up on shore.
That could explode.
So it could take down like a Caribbean cruise ship by accident.
Possibly.
It's possible.
Bunch of
If a
fat
Norwegian
Germans.
cruise makes a wrong right and hits an old World War II mine,
See ya.
yeah, we'd lose a lot of Practical Joker fans.
Yeah, I'm not. My name is not Tim Dillon.
Yeah. So all in all, 108. We got to give this. Look, this game. If it was a game, we're giving this set to the Japanese. They took out 188 U.S. aircraft.
That's a lot.
Killed 2,403 Americans. Almost as many as 9/11. Who died more on 9/11 or
9/11?
9/11 we lost more
3,000,
boys. Yeah. Now, how long? Based on 2,400 lost American lives. If you were alive during there and you were in Ridgewood, I know you were a German kid, so you might have been a little torn.
Yeah.
You might have been a little torn.
Yeah.
But let's say you were as patriotic as you are today.
Yeah.
And you're Chrissy cackles now. Back then.
Right.
Based on that amount of fatalities, how long mathematically do you not jerk off for?
For that?
Yeah.
For 2,400
403.
American lives to lose, I probably wouldn't jerk off until we drop the nuke.
You'd wait till that.
Then you can go to town.
So that's the proportion.
Then our deaths, then the deaths of those people are avenged.
Are avenged, yeah. Say,
And by the way, I know we're going wild, but I'm just kidding. I think that the nuclear bomb, I think it's atrocious how many innocent Japanese people died. Truly.
Of course.
It's brutal.
Yeah, but
because if you ever, I've watched documentaries from the point of view of the Japanese, and it's brutal. I mean, kids dying, it was brutal.
Yeah, but they did start it. So
they did, but
look,
but,
listen, no, but
didn't Japan kill mostly soldiers?
No. Japan was fucking brutal to the Chinese and brutal to civilians.
Okay.
So I'm kind of, look, I went to a liberal arts college and I get what's going on.
You're an FF.
I'm an FF.
Yeah.
And I get what's going on,
Yeah.
but like it's culminated now where it's
Yeah.
like there's this comic book kind of fucking anti-American way to look at history, and I'm kind of sick of it.
Yeah.
I've kind of fucking had enough of it.
Yeah.
Because there's atrocities on both sides, but make no mistake, we're no different from everybody else. Everybody else needs oil, everybody else needs fucking fuel. We don't act any different like any other empire or any other fucking country.
Right.
First off. Second off, World War II, we saved the fucking world from fascism. Make no mistake.
Yeah.
There was no conspiracy that the fucking... I don't want to hear anyone feel bad for the Japanese. What happened, yes, I feel bad for the civilians and all that shit, but war is horrible, okay? Fucking war is horrible.
Right.
The Japanese had that kamikaze kind of fucking pride thing. They said they were going to surrender, but you don't know if they're going to keep fighting.
Yeah.
At that point, it's to end the war and to protect boys. It's horrible civilians died, but let's not fucking lose sight of what happened here. We got Pearl Harbored. They attacked our country
Sneak
and
attack.
killed our boys
Yeah.
without even declaring war on us. So it was a fucking...
That's a terrorist attack.
That's a terrorist attack, and it's a dirtbag move, and that's what it is.
We should lock the entire nation of Japan up in Guantanamo Bay right now.
Because it's like this country has no fucking pride. You go to Sweden, you go to Norway, countries I've been to, they paint their fucking Swedish fags on their face, and if you do that here, you're considered a racist. It's wild.
Oh yeah, if you have an American flag outside your house, you're considered a racist because you voted for Trump.
Yeah, it's wild. It's actually gotten too much. Like,
Yeah,
I understand your point to an extent. America has done some fucked up shit, but come on, guys.
Yeah.
There's a lot of... I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Everyone has, and you live here. There's a reason why your parents fucking fled whatever country they were from to come here for opportunity. So come on. Wow, that's just patriotic Pappas right there. I mean, look,
I love it.
I'm just saying that just to... I don't only go that side, but I'm
Yeah.
saying, like, that side needs to be remembered a little bit. We've gotten to the
Right.
point where it's just like, it's all like, you know... They teach classes about how the United States shouldn't have dropped the bomb.
Right.
It's like, is that really what the class should be about, a premise? Or it should be like, let's explore why this happened. You know,
Right.
it's just like, the class is like, let's just blame America for what they did. You
Right.
know? It's like a real fucking 15-year-old kind of understanding of what happened.
Of what happened,
And
yeah.
it's always anti-American in America, which
Yeah.
is wild. And that's when you go overseas, they all fucking hate us.
They all hate.
They all hate
they were
us.
just shitting on America.
It's like the cool thing to hate us.
Yeah.
It's like, listen, Britain, you do the same shit we do.
You did it worse for longer.
Stop fucking playing, dude. You want your iPhone for $100 or $900.
Yeah.
So stop, Britain. Stop it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I just lost control a little bit
No,
there.
but I get it. It kind of turned me on.
So look, yo, the Japanese in Pearl Harbor, they only lost 29 aircraft, 5 midget submarines, and only 64 servicemen were killed. One Japanese sailor, Kazuo Sakamaki, was captured. Can we find out what happened to him? What happened to Kazuo Sakamaki? He was the one captured Japanese sailor. Like, that would be interesting if he's like, hey, I stayed in America, fell in love with freedom, and opened a sushi restaurant in Des Moines. Eventually. So, yeah, his name is Kazuo Sakamaki.
Yeah, Kazuo.
Yeah, so after Pearl Harbor, later in the day, Japan did declare war on the United States. the following day. And then the following day, Congress declared war on Japan, and then Germany and Italy declared war on the U.S., and U.S. obviously responded with a declaration of war against Germany and Italy. So it was on. From that's when we entered the war, 1941. And as FDR famously said, this day will live in infamy. And it was on, and we were in the war. But, tensions between the United States and Japan had been around for a long time.
Really?
Yes.
From what?
From since the 1920s, actually.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
since after World War I.
Yeah, I mean, they remained trading partners, like they were trading, but as Japan expanded into China, and the second Sino-Japanese War, S-I-N-O, I don't know how you pronounce it. Sino-Japanese War happened in 1937. Yeah, there we go. The tension started to expand. We will do another episode on the Japanese War between China and Japan. So we were not happy about that, and so those were the negotiations I was talking about. That the subsequent negotiations that kept on happening before Pearl Harbor happened. What did we come up with?
Well, he was captured when he tried to see why the explosive didn't go off on the submarine. He actually swam under it, and then he fainted from lack of oxygen. He was found on Sand Island, found by some soldiers. He was taken to Sand Island, where he asked to kill himself, and they did not allow him to do that.
Oh yeah, because that's the rather kill themselves than. Yeah, I mean,
so he wasn't allowed to kill himself.
Yeah,
but you don't know what happened to him after that.
Well, after that, he was basically he was sent back to Japan. He didn't want to talk about any of this until 1991, and then we wrote a memoir about it.
Can we get him on the podcast?
Is he dead?
He did die.
Yeah.
Oh, in 1999, at the age of 81. Yeah, these fucking guys live long lives.
Yeah, I got to give him credit.
Japanese live long lives.
They do live.
Yeah.
They have a
They
very
have a
good
very
diet.
healthy diet. Yeah, and no stress. They don't stress out.
No, and
they
they
just
love
fly fucking planes into this side of warships.
Yeah.
I mean, they're seriously not stressed out at all.
No,
Those guys.
kamikaze, and they love scotch. They make scotch now. They do great scotch.
Yeah.
The Japanese make great scotch. They fell in love with scotch, and just like the Scots, they started making it.
No, it's. I'd like to go to Japan one
Well,
day.
Sakamaki ended up working for Toyota.
That's wild. Imagine that being a captured prisoner of war in one of the most famous battles in America, and then going to just going to your regular job at Toyota every day.
Yeah. Yeah,
You know?
no, it's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people like that. I mean, the
wild.
guys from Navy SEAL Team 6 that killed Bin Laden probably are just discharged and have regular jobs now, right? I mean, is that kind of how it works?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and you know what? The U.S. did finally stop their oil exports to Japan in 1941, and that, of course, is like where people say, "Oh, the attack was inevitable." They kind of blame America. It's like we were squeezing their oil. It's like, yeah, look, they were fucking expanding into China. They were doing horrible things.
What do you want?
What do you want? What do you want? What utopia do you live in? On August 17th, supposedly, Roosevelt warned the Japanese that America was prepared to take steps if neighboring countries were attacked. So, the tensions were just always there, and they were rising and rising and rising. And I think I remember, too, that they did a Gallup poll back then, and like over 50% of Americans expected that there was going to be a war with Japan. Sometime in the 30s, the late 30s, they did a poll. And so most people were reading about it all the time, were reading about the tensions. And the interesting part was there was these negotiations that happened right before Pearl Harbor. Like Japanese Prime Minister Konoye offered to meet with Roosevelt, but Roosevelt wanted to reach an agreement before the meeting. The U.S. ambassador to Japan really wanted Roosevelt to take the meeting, but then that to try to preserve peace, and that's his job. Then that government, the Konoye government, collapsed. And the Japanese military rejected a withdrawal of their troops from China. Then Japan had a final proposal that they sent on November 20th, and they did offer the United States to withdraw from southern Indonesia and to not do any attacks in Southeast Asia, as long as the United States, the UK, and the Netherlands stopped giving aid to China and lifted their sanctions against Japan. And the Americans counter proposal said fuck you, and they required Japan to completely evacuate China, like I said, without conditions, because we do not negotiate with terrorists.
Yeah.
And that was on the proposal was on November 27th, and how funny is this? On November 26th, the day before, like we said, Japan had already left port and was already on their way with their aircraft carriers to attack Pearl Harbor. So they didn't expect the United States to be conciliatory, and they call it a preventative attack, but fuck them, they attacked us. Whatever the reason is, they did attack the United States.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
So the movie Tor is about. It's about them not getting to them in time to stop after the negotiations.
Yeah, and does it kind of blame the United States a little bit? Every fucking movie blames the United States at this point.
That one is actually made by Akira Kurosawa, but it doesn't really blame the United States. It just blames the situation. It's like, it actually kind of puts it more on Japan for being too, just wanting to go out there and do it. So.
Yeah, and I know what I'm saying is true because look, I went to a liberal arts college. I actually took a class with a guy who wrote a book and who was an expert on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and he kind of brainwashed me at the time to think like, hey, it was really unnecessary to drop this bomb. And it's like, is it it's like, instead of just saying, hey, here's you can look at it this way, you can look at it this way, here's some pros, because it already happened. So it's like, to just say bad guy, good guy, and like, that's what happens a lot. It's like, Americans, bad guy here, and the Japanese are, it's like, and he doesn't focus on all the things the Japanese were doing. So I remember saying to my friend who was a Marine in World War II, I was at his house.
You had a friend who was a Marine in World War II?
His grandpa. So we were having dinner. I was
going to say, you got some old friends.
And I almost gave his grandfather a heart attack because we were at the dinner table and I kept saying how it was unnecessary for us to drop the bomb on Japan. And he was a soldier, and he was just like, fucking,
you were saying that?
Yeah, and he was like,
because why?
He wanted to just choke me out because I was taking this class, and that's what this teacher was telling me.
Yeah.
So it's like, and he was a fucking soldier, and he was like, we dropped it because it's like we were at war with them, and we didn't want to lose any more boys. Do you know how many boys we would have lost if we had to invade Japan and fight on the ground? It's like, you save American
because they
lives.
never really fought in mainland Japan, right?
No.
Like they never went into Tokyo, and that was the plan, though. They would have had no choice.
They would have had to do that. Well, that's what they say, but then there's these other historians say that they were going to capitulate.
Japan was getting really destroyed.
Japan
just surrendered Japan.
But Japan, and can you research this real quick? I think Japan's condition was that they could keep their emperor. They wanted to save face. They had this prideful culture thing that they have. This
so the
warrior
U.S. would have said, yeah, you could keep your emperor.
No, the U.S. was saying, no, you can't. But some historians are saying, like, if the United States just said you can keep your emperor, it would have been over. Is that true?
Yeah, the Emperor Clause.
Yeah, the Emperor Clause. So that's what they wanted, right? So Japan wanted to keep their emperor. And
why did they want the? Who cares about the emperor?
Because they're fucking. It's the same thing. Why when he got captured, he's like, kill me. They're brainwashed. It's the same thing. What religion does. Any paramilitary troop does. It's like that's your pride. That's what you're taught. That's what you're told. So they wanted to keep their dumb emperor. They wanted to keep their system or whatever. And the United States was like, fuck you. Anyway, the war ended. We won. We went and rebuilt their country. Yeah. We called the Marshall Plan, and we gave them baseball. Ichiro Suzuki would not exist if it wasn't for World War II.
Yeah, and Mike's favorite thing, anime, wouldn't exist either.
It wouldn't, yeah.
And it wouldn't, yeah.
Are you a big fan of anime?
Not so much anymore, but I was.
Because you guys are both invaluable to this podcast. We're happy to have you. How happy are we to have Mike on this podcast?
Absolutely. I'm happy to have Mike, happy to have Isis, happy to have Venetia, who will get cleaned.
She's definitely listened to that, and she just went word and giggled in Greece.
Yeah.
That girl says word and dope
she just
a
said
lot.
Word, dope, and that's why I said it because I was hoping to get a Venetia.
She's
Yannis,
sweet as Reese's Pieces, but you know what?
No, let me. If you want to be invaluable, Venetia.
She's invaluable.
She's truly invaluable.
Yeah, she's invaluable.
Her work has been fantastic.
It's been fucking dope, and
it's been fucking dope and mad lit.
My favorite part is that her critique of Mike's Cuties with Smoothies design.
Yeah,
how she just didn't even hesitate.
She was like, it's kind of like anime, and that really hurt Mike.
I like the way she did it. She paused and she thought.
Make no mistake, Mike was making her an anime gift.
Yes, he was.
In his basement, his computer. He wanted to give her an anime thing.
If you don't think for 1 second that Mike has already drawn Venetia into an anime and spanked his monkey to it a few times, you got another thing coming. So it's just what it is.
It's just what it is. Yeah.
And I like the way she said it too. She was like, she took a pause. She said, how am I going to handle this? And she went, I think, do you guys love it? And we waited it. We were like, I don't know. And she was like, I think we should all love it.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if I love it. It's cool. Don't get me wrong, it's cool.
Yeah.
But it's not word dope.
Yeah,
love it.
And then she apologized for about an hour.
Yeah, she did apologize.
Where Mike started straight. He's like, it's fine.
So yeah,
it's what it is.
Anyway, my new website is up, cuz.
Oh yeah, because you got a fan to do it.
Yeah, thank you, Tony Cassis. I think she's great. Cassis. I think so. She's a fan of ours.
Can they do the History Hyenas one?
She's going to do the History Hyenas. We got to figure out who owns that website, guys. Anyway, I shouldn't be saying that on the podcast. Can you cackle it out? Can you cackle this part out? I mean, we're gonna have cackles all over the fucking.
Well, let me just read. Can I read the newest Patreon members?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Here, the newest. These are the newest.
Because you're a sexy piece of ass. I want to crawl in your lap.
Yeah, get in here. The newest members of our Patreon went to patreon.com/Bay Ridge Boys. First guy up, Brandon Smith. Second, Josephine.
Whoa. Brandon Smith?
Nah, I mean.
He's just. You think so? I thought it was about either that or the whitest kid, Brandon.
Brandon Smith.
But there's some means who are black. Brandon, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Again, we encourage you guys to make funny names. If you want to just put your regular name, that's fine. But if you make funny names, it's just really good.
Yeah, don't bore us to death, please.
Okay, next up, Josephine Greenbook, kind of woke but lit. She's a
funny.
Yeah.
PPW.
Wow. Yeah, PPW.
Nominee.
She's great. Claire, once a toot, always a toot towel.
Yeah. There you go.
She's good.
Yeah.
Then we got Zach, not a Muzzy Musgrove.
Yeah.
Then we got Andrea Santana, who just got a hot fucking Latina name.
¿Qué pasa, mi gente?
Then we got Alyssa, a piece of urine Curran.
Yeah.
a piece of
Alyssa. Yeah.
George Amos.
Gosh. George Amos?
George Amos.
Yeah, what's up, Georgie?
Then we got Greggy No Fumes.
Greggy No Fumes. That's could be top. He's top notch for me right now.
Then we got Frank Martinez.
Frank Martinez. ¿Qué pasa, mi gente?
Then we got Julian Kiwan, aka Closet Fanook with a cock.
I'm still. What was the other one before that I liked?
Greggy No Fumes.
Yeah, Greggy No Fumes is nice and clean and simple and funny.
Yeah. Then we got one named Colin.
Colin, what's up? Yeah, it's fucking.
Oh,
we got the red fucking states. We got the blue fucking states. Fucking watch my special. Fucking CNN. Fucking shit.
Fucking shit. And then we got this girl. Sounds like she's the enemy. Naomi Morimoto.
So
thank you.
Thank you for your service.
No,
we love all people. Listen,
we're
we
just
love all
kidding.
people. We're just
Obviously,
kidding.
part of the podcast is us to just go fucking wild.
Yeah.
So we're just joking around. But thank you so much for your service.
Yeah.
Naomi Morimoto, welcome.
What's the real last name though?
Morimoto.
Morimoto. She's a Japanese.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Elena Santiago. Sounds like she'll get fucking clean.
¿Qué pasa, mi gente?
Cassandra Dion Artistry.
Hi. Yeah, I have a problem with the last podcast. You guys got a little fucking out of line.
Yes. Then we got Michael Labine.
Michael Labine, that kid's got a long sphincter.
Yeah. Then we got Billy Batgate.
Billy Batgate, how you doing, Billy?
And then we got, last but not least, this may be the TVG nominee. Yeah. We got Alan, my wife doesn't like my feet fumes, Benson.
I think he just took it from Sasson Fumes. Sasson Fumes from another one. I love the other guy. What was this guy? Georgie what?
Greggy No Fumes.
Greggy No Fumes is funny, but Sasson Fumes.
Yeah.
I think he gets that simple fumes at PPW, and I think we give it to the last one.
Yeah.
PPW.
Wife doesn't like his feet. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for going to patreon.com/Bay Ridge Boys. Now Yannis Pappas finally has his website up. It's yannispappascomedy.com. You can check all my dates out at chrisdcomedy.com. I got a lot of things coming up in the summer: Nashville, Nantucket, Chicago, Vegas. So please come out, support us. And what do you got coming up, Yanni?
Yeah, I'm going to be in San Antonio. That's going to go on the website. They're on the website. Go to yannispappascomedy.com. Rhode Island, Fairfield, Atlantic City, Mohegan Sun. I'm getting the dates all up there now, and they're flying in. So go to yannispappascomedy.com. But listen, most importantly, patreon.com/Bay Ridge Boys. There's over 100 episodes to binge at this point. You know what you get. We're constantly evolving it. When you join patreon.com/Bay Ridge Boys, you're supporting your favorite podcast. And the more we get, the more members we get, the more we focus on this podcast. You guys produce us directly. We go wild for you. We do this podcast for you and you only. So we really love your support. Go check out our tiers and all the content you get by joining patreon.com/Bay Ridge Boys.
Yeah.
Get our shirts at onthevolleyapparel.com. History Hyenas. The links are on our YouTube. Follow us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. And go get your shirts. We got Witch Hazel shirts. We got fucking No Fumes. We got Coco. And what the fuck's that on the left? That's not ours. So we go get, those are the 3 shirts we have up on the apparel. We're also getting another shirt coming on the apparel.
Yeah, and once, can we just get a History Hyenas website and then people could just get the shirt on the website?
We're going to get that. Well, that's what Tony Cassis. Thank you very much. Hit her up if you want to get your website done, I guess. Tony Cassis. But she said she didn't even. She said, "You don't even have to plug me." She just loves the podcast so much. She wants to do our website. And then we have our Teespring store, teespring.com/History Hyenas. That's simple. So just go to teespring.com/History Hyenas and buy your shirts. Wear them. We got shirts coming soon. We're gonna have shirts at our shows. And look, we're getting big. Are we? What about? Okay. So pretty soon, me and Chrissy are going to be going on the road. Pretty soon, we're going to be doing our live first podcast, and it's going to get fucking wild. Most importantly, tell your friends about History Hyenas. Post it in your stories. Tweet about it. It helps, and we love it. Thank you so much.
Okay, we're going to do one phone call.
I actually think we should change that T-shirt to "It's just what it is." That's more our thing.
It's
what it is. It's what it is. Is what we say?
It's what it is. Is what it is. Just what it is. Yeah. Let's call this people.
Okay, let's call it.
Yeah.
Who we calling? This guy's in Jersey.
Jillian.
Jillian?
The one we tried to call a couple times, but
I forgot.
What happened?
I got a spot. New York. I forgot.
You're gonna cancel?
Maybe.
Hi, this is Jillian.
Hey, Jillian, what's up? This is Chris Distefano and Yannis Pappas from the History Hyenas. How you doing?
Hi, what's up, guys?
Yeah, no, I got a situation with the mother, and she's dating a new guy now, and I'm saying publicly it doesn't affect me, but it really hurts.
You know what? These things happen, and they happen for a reason, so you just keep on chugging and doing your thing.
So it's okay she's getting cleaned out on the bed I bought?
That is not okay.
It's just what it is.
No, it's totally okay.
It's
totally
just
okay.
what it is. Yeah, no. Yeah. So what are you doing? Flicking your bean? What's going on?
I'm at work right now.
Oh, not. Where do you work?
I work for Nike.
Oh, wow.
You work for Nike?
Can you get us some shoes?
Yeah.
Can you get us some discount on some shoes?
Yeah, well, I work for Nike Children's Wear, so.
So for the baby.
For the baby.
Yeah,
for the baby.
Listen, the baby really likes to wear Air Max. So if you could get some Air Max for the baby for her to stomp around, and that would be very appreciated.
Of course.
Where do you work? Where do you work, Jillian? Like in the city, in New York City?
Yeah, I work in Manhattan. Yep.
Oh wow, so you're close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So close.
So we're so close. So have you ever come and seen me or Yannis perform live?
I have. I actually saw you guys last month with Schultz and Tim Dillon.
Oh yeah,
You came to the military show.
That was a great show.
Yeah. I saw you guys in the bar before we went in.
Oh yes, I know who Jillian is. Hi,
You're a piece.
Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So
Are you single, girl?
Yeah, I'm single. Chrissy, we almost met up a few times.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's what it is.
It's what it is. Yeah, he remembered. He just said, "Oh yeah," he remembers.
Hebert.
Yeah. It's what it is.
So you got a couple of eggplant emojis and a remote dick pic?
Of course I did. What else did I get?
It's what it is. It's just how it works.
Yeah, it's just how it
It's what it
works.
is. It's what it is.
Yeah.
So what's been your favorite moment of the podcast?
Oh, my favorite moment of the podcast. Well, I just listened to the Alien episode with Serge, and that was wild.
Yeah.
Right. But how was Serge?
And
How was Serge on the
love
podcast?
Queen episodes.
Oh yeah.
When you talk about like all the queens, those are good ones.
Which one? Oh, the queens.
Yeah, because we support all women.
We're fucking Yachts queens
Yes,
ourselves.
queen.
Serge is great, right? The fans love Serge. How great is Serge?
Yeah,
Oh,
he's the
he's
best.
great. I love him.
Yeah.
We can decide like.
Jillian, what's your
come on.
Instagram?
What was that?
Chrissy wants to know what your Instagram is so he can go check his DMs and brush up for the test.
My Instagram, AOJoAYYOO Jill.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Now I got it. Yeah.
I'm dead. I also, I told you guys to do an episode on Son of Sam because my aunt was killed by him.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Oh
Wait,
my. Hold
okay.
on.
Two things. First off, we just gave your Instagram on the air. Is that okay? We can cackle it out. if you don't
No,
want.
don't tackle it out. I want all the followers.
Okay,
Follow
it's
me,
fine.
fellas.
So she's fine.
DM me anything.
Holy fucking shit.
Okay, we're going to do Son of Sam, and we're going to call you to talk about this.
Oh my God, amazing. Call
Yeah.
me, invite me into the studio, whatever you want.
Is this true? Are you telling me? What's your aunt's name?
Yeah.
Oh, what's her name? Well, we'll talk
She
later.
was
We'll
the
talk
first
later.
victim.
Yeah, we'll talk later.
So,
We'll talk
we'll
later.
talk later.
Yeah.
Talk later.
Okay. Well, thank you for being a $25 member. We really appreciate it. It's so nice to call you. Chrissy just said, "Oh, yeah. I remember he told me about you a bunch of times." So he said he thought maybe he was falling in love, but then he had a situation. So
Listen, we all got a situation with the mother. It's
yeah,
fine.
he had a little bit of a situation with the mother, and then
Just
he went
happens.
overseas, and he had to get in a plane and all those things.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. DM me today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get right back in
I
there.
will.
Yeah. And thank you for your service,
Sounds
Jillian.
good.
We're going to call you. We will talk again about this when we do Son of Sam, because that is fucking wild.
Wild. All right, thanks.
All right,
girl.
let me know.
All right, see you later.
Later, Jillian.
Thanks, bye.
Wow, she had an Aunt Eileen who got killed by Son of Sam
That's what happened.
in Queens. So she's a New York girl.
New York kid.
Yeah.
All
wow.
right, well.
Is that all of it? That's it?
Yeah, all right.
What
so
an app, huh?
what a
Welcome back,
fucking great
Chrissy.
app. Thank you so much. I'm sorry for most of it's going to be cackle, but for the $25 members, it'll be fully up there.
I guess it will. That was a wild one.
That was a wild one, but for the 5 and 10 members of Patreon, you'll get the cackle version. For the non-toots, freebies, of course, cackled, but 25s will be uncackled.
And let me just say this. Happy 4th of July. USA, USA.
USA, USA, the winners, the boys.